I was just looking at the car and I found this, which I'm not very happy about, but this is basically an aftermarket alarm system. So I went under the dash, and sure enough, there's an aftermarket immobilizer hooked up in this car. So I have no idea if that's what's causing my start and die issue, but I'm gonna work on cutting that thing free. So this car's a wreck because of the glass, but I found the main box, and then I found this shock sensor box, and then there was a wire loom that ran into the console, and there's something up in the console. I just pulled the wires and they broke off, but there is definitely a kill switch or something somewhere in here. But for now, this main harness is out. And here is the factory harness on the Miata, and this is where they cut the main power here. So I basically have to take this crimp off and that crimp off and then reconnect these two wires together. And that should be fully removed, and then we can try to start the car again and see if that was having any effect on it. Alright, so there's the good style crimp on there, and then I'm just using a butane, a little torch. So from what I can tell, removing that mobilizer shouldn't have any effect on the car. It doesn't appear to have been working, but I also don't really know. I've never had one. Usually when people take them out, they take them completely out. This one seems to have been bypassed somehow. So let's try to start the car and make sure everything works. Got main power. So no real change. Everything still works. Somehow they must have bypassed that immobilizer. I just couldn't see how they did it. So I'm happy to have it all cut out. Well, we'll just wait on that igniter pack and see if that helps. All right. It's a few days later. It is absolutely freezing out. Winter has finally hit New England. I just got this in the mail. This is the new igniter. So yeah, we'll just take this and put it right there. That's great. That's installed. What the heck? I never even put it in! You know, test fired it up and it didn't die. It just kept running. So maybe the igniter's a little in and out, but for right now, it seems to be running. Let's see what we can do. Oh, you know what? This car doesn't have any brakes. Kind of forgot that this has no brakes. Forward and reverse work. I got no brakes though, so I can't do much else. Now that the car is running longer, I can hear air sucking in this PCV valve, so I know that's broken. So I'm going to pull that out and see if I can repair it. The reason the PCV valve leaking causes an issue is because the way this car's intake system is set up, it pulls vacuum through the valve cover, through this tube. And since this tube is located after the airflow sensor, the engine needs to get the exact amount of air that goes through that sensor, or the fuel injection system kind of doesn't know what to do with it. So if this leaks, extra air goes in the system. So this may be part of the reason why the car was kind of starting and dying before, you know, in addition to it not have been run in a long time. I'm hoping I can just glue this thing back together to repair it. It looks like it just split. Alright, so I just installed a new PCV valve. I went out to the local auto parts store and it was $2.50, so I just bought a fresh one. So one of the difficulties I've been having is it's been overflowing the coolant. I don't think there's an air pocket or something in there And it also sounds like maybe a bearing is going out on the AC pump. But it seems to be running fine. I also broke a temperature sensor for the fan, so the fan's on all the time. But I'm gonna back this thing out and let it warm up and see how the radiator is, see if it overflows again.
If you enjoyed this update, please like, comment, and subscribe. I've got more videos coming on the Miata, and I'm still working on the Locost project in the background.